Tragedy Looper is a one versus many game, with one person taking the role of mastermind and 1 to 3 other players as the time-traveling protagonists. The mastermind has all the information at the beginning, and the protagonists know very little. The game is broken up into days and loops. Each loop has a set number of days. If any loss condition is met at the end of the last day, the protagonists lose and start a new loop. The protagonists can only lose a set number of loops before they lose completely. The mastermind doesn't tell them why they lost between each loop, they just have to figure that out themselves. A first steps tragedy is for beginners, with only one main plot and one subplot. A basic tragedy is the next step up with one main plot and 2 subplots. The plots determine what hidden roles are in play for the scenario, as well as setting up the loss conditions. So if the main plot is murder plan and the subplot is an unsettling rumor, there will be exactly 4 characters with special hidden roles, key person, killer, brain, and conspiracy theorist, and any other characters are just regular people. Every player has a full-page help sheet that details the effects of hidden roles, incidents, and scenario-specific rules. The general flow of play is pretty straightforward. Both sides place 3 cards face down on either characters or locations. The cards are resolved simultaneously, and then both sides can optionally activate abilities. The mastermind says if any incidents are triggered, and then finally end of round cleanup. Usually this is just moving the day tracker forward and retrieving your played cards, but some cards are so strong they can only be used once per loop. Cards can do a few different things. They can move characters to different locations, forbid the opposing team from doing something, or add or remove 3 different types of tokens. Goodwill generally helps the protagonists, allowing them to activate special abilities on characters at their goodwill threshold. Paranoia and intrigue usually help the mastermind. Paranoia is what is required to trigger one of the predetermined incidents. For example, the mastermind scenario card says the office worker might commit foul evil on day 3. If the mastermind wants to trigger that incident, they need to make sure the office worker is at their paranoia limit of 2 at the end of that exact day. Intrigue can be placed on either characters or locations. Intrigue does a lot of things. It can make incidents worse, it can activate hidden roles on the characters, or it can be the loss condition for the entire scenario. Play continues until the protagonists either go one whole loop without losing, or lose the predetermined number of loops. If it's a basic tragedy or harder, even if the protagonists lose every single loop, they still have a chance to win if they are able to correctly guess the hidden roles of every single character.